Guys, if someone tells you that you can't achieve something in your life, just take a moment to sit back and assess that person. Because the reality is that most people are often projecting, and the basic meaning of projecting is when someone has failed to do something in their own life due to a lack of self development, lack of planning, lack of a healthy lifestyle or skills. And it's easier for them to project failure onto others and say that you can't succeed at this because rather than telling someone else that they're not going to succeed at it and to bring them down to their level is much easier for them than to confront themselves with the fact that they have failed and why they've failed. Now, if someone tells you you can't do something or you can't achieve something, take a moment to assess them. Like, sit back and look at that person and really kind of figure out, is that person like me? Do I identify with them? Is the fact, like, them smoking and drinking every single day and never lifting a barbell in their entire life and always arguing with their missus and having all these issues where they just hate their life. Is that really who I am? Is that who I'm trying to become? Because you'll often find that these people and the people that they surround themselves with are low achievers. They're not high achievers like yourself because they never took the time to actually sit down and assess who they wanted to be. They never took the time to meditate on who they were and the traits they wanted to develop. They never sat down and planned their life out. That's the difference between what you're able to do and what they never did. And that's what's going to be the difference between why you're going to achieve your goals and why they never achieved theirs. It's kind of all I wanted to say for this one, but again, you see this all the time. You see people always surrounding themselves with people who make them feel comfortable, and comfort is a very dangerous thing to achieve because once you're comfortable, you're no longer growing. And when you're no longer growing, you form habits and ruts and you can become very conditioned to a lack of achievement and just complacency. Growth is the number one principle in fulfillment and joy. You can get happiness in any way that you want. You can get happiness from hanging out with friends. You can get happiness from taking drugs. You can get happiness from watching films. But it doesn't bring you fulfillment and joy. Fulfillment and joy is the place where you reside right before you go to bed when you're sitting on your own with in your head, in your own thoughts. That's where the joy is. And if you're not going to bed stoked over how your day went and stoked about what the next day is going to be like because it's full of opportunities that you have been creating for yourself, then that's where the issue is. That's not happiness. That's the part that is important. When you're on your own, in your own head, in your inner world, that's what is important. Not everything that you can go into. Anyone can go out and they can see people and they can just spend money and hold on to these materialistic things and work on their image and all this kind of stuff. But it means nothing if you're not happy on the inside because it catches up with you and it always will. And that's why people start feeling depressed and anxious because they're not paying attention to the signs that their body or that their soul is sending to them to help to try and lead them to becoming a fulfilled and happy and successful and well-developed person who is achieving what they wanted to achieve in their life and who is bringing a large amount of fulfillment to themselves and to those around them. So again, never let anyone tell you that you can't do something. If they're telling you that you can't do something, it's because they themselves failed and it's easier for them to bring you down to their level than to confront themselves as to why they failed and that they are a failure at said goal. Surround yourself with people who you're inspired by. The way you know that these people are inspiring to you is that after you've hung out with them and you're heading home, you have a massive grin on your face because you had such a good time. And you're not going home and sitting there thinking about things they said in the conversations or in your interactions that upset you or that was disrespectful. You want to be around people who are relentlessly positive and uplifting toward you becoming your best version of yourself. So try and find these people. Never let anyone tell you that you can't achieve what you wish to achieve, because you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. It just comes down to discipline and planning and commitment and consistency. That's the video for today. Just a quick one. All the links to all my stuff is in the bio. Link to my group, The Way Toward Health, is in the description. That's my Facebook group where I post a lot of this kind of stuff. I do live videos where I address a lot of the questions that I'm asked. Just lots of good information, lots of good people in the community. So check it out. Take it easy. Peace.